Hi, kids. I went to the movie theater today. There was two horror films that dropped at the same time, which is kind of cool. Uh, I decided to go with the supernatural movie. Uh, Umma. Yuma. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but uh, apparently it's Korean for mother. They even have the translation in the title card, which is kind of strange. But especially since I think this is an American film. Uh, but this stars Sandra Oh, who is an actress that I've enjoyed the few times I've seen her in anything. And here she is, and it's hard to say that this is a horror film. I'll get to that. But, excuse me, I was kind of interested in the fact that Sam Raimi isn't just an executive producer on this. He started another production company. This is not a ghost house movie, and it's not Renaissance Pictures. So, but there's like two other companies involved. But Sam and I don't have it listed up, but another person produced the movie, which is much more hands-on than an executive producer. You end up having don't have his name up, but the guy who directed Troll, Troll Hunter, and the Autopsy of Jane Doe. He's an executive producer. Of course, Sandra Oh is an executive producer as well. But getting to the film, I guess it's dealing with some Korean mysticism. Ultimately, this is a movie that's like the fear in that old saying about how you fear to become your parents. In this case, Sandra Oh's mother, and that they make excuses for her later in the movie, which I didn't like, but she's essentially very narcissistic, and Sandra Oh grew up with a lot of verbal abuse that eventually went into physical, and as soon as she could, she got out of there. She changes her name, and even though she didn't expect to do so, she became a beekeeper, and the business is starting to take off with online sales. What ends up happening, her uncle seeks her out to let her know that her mother had died, screaming for her name, her original name. Of course, he scolds her and all that, and he gives her a suitcase that has her ashes plus some of her worldly goods, her favorite worldly goods. That's supposed to cross over into the afterlife. But this starts out like a ghost story. The mother's still with her, and that fear of becoming her mother which was controlling and abusive. Kind of a perfect storm happens that Sandra O's daughter, let's see, Sandra O's daughter is played by Fievel Stewart. She's thinking about applying to college and leaving. So the push doesn't necessarily have to be supernatural for her to start becoming at least controlling. There's that seed that is in there, but with the supernatural element, like I said, it starts off sort of like a ghost story, and then turns into a bit of possession. But you end up, seeing that in ghost stories. Yes, the movie, it takes a while, though there's supernatural elements throughout the film. It takes a while before it becomes really thrilling. And that's why it kind of pushes me over to actually mildly liking it. I would say maybe 3 out of 5 stars. What makes me question it being horror is, there's a strong element of domestic drama with the supernatural, and they do try to be kind of scary and creepy. I think they're more creepy than scary in these when it really kicks in. But that drama element, the ending, I think it perfectly suits a drama. As a horror film, it's anticlimactic, and that's why I can't 100% say this is a horror film. It's a supernatural thriller drama. I'm not going to fault anybody for calling this a horror film. I just don't quite agree with it. Sort of, but not quite. Not that I want the ending to be horrible, but I think it could have been a little bit better for the horror film. The drama element I'm fine with. I think it's a fine ending, and it works okay for me. But that really is it. Until next time, stay safe. Always have a good time. Bye now.